Welcome to the first episode in a new series named the Monotype Mission. So named because we are on a mission to get a win with a team of every single Pokemon type. If you've seen the Pokemon Wheel of Fortune, then you'll be familiar with the concept, but it's not quite the same. There's a wheel involved, just like in that series. For starters, this series will be played in Brilliant Diamond, Shining Pearl, in the Union Room double battles. And the way this one works is at the beginning of every episode, we spin the wheel, and you can see on the wheel we have all of the Pokemon types, and whatever we land on, we're going to make a team of Pokemon that all share that typing, and we're going to try to win. We're only going to do one battle per episode. We'll keep it fairly short. If we win, then we will remove the type from the wheel. If we lose, then it will remain on the wheel for a potential future episode. But wait, that's not all. As you can see right here, we've got a couple of extra slices on there as well. These red portions with the question marks, these are our wild cards, which you can see. I won't spoil what they're for, but let's just say that they're gonna mix things up when we land on them, emphasis on the mix. So I'd like to make this series accessible to players of all ranges, of all skill levels. So at the beginning of every episode, after we've spun the wheel, I do a quick rundown of the challenge that may be ahead of us and some threats I may be worried about, some of the advantages to the typing as well. So without further ado, let's get this wheel shuffled. And let's spin for our first episode. There we go, it's going to be dark. Let's break this down.
Let's talk about the Dark type. This typing is home to both strong physical and special threats with many dual type Pokemon. Unfortunately, the average speed is fairly middling, with only one Pokemon as of BDSP having a base speed stat above 95. But let's focus on the upsides. The Dark type is strong with Ghost and Psychic type Pokemon, while resisting Ghost and opposing Dark types, while also boasting an immunity to Psychic type moves. In terms of the notable moves and abilities available to us, there are 2 Prankster Pokemon to choose from, one of which has access to Tailwind, 1 Pokemon with Intimidate, and 3 fully evolved Fake Out users. We also have the option of choosing 1 Weather Setter. However, no Trick Room will be available to take advantage of the lower speed stats. Speaking of the downsides, Dark types are weak to Fighting, Fairy, and Bug, and are resisted by Fighting, Fairy, and opposing Dark types. Scizor is the king of this meta. In terms of Fairy types, Togekiss is a fairly popular pick. And in terms of fighting types, the occasional Hitmontop can cause problems between Intimidate, Fake Out, and threatening strong fighting type attacks. Breloom could also be a problem, especially if it has Mach Punch.
We will also have to be mindful of electric types, as they can outspeed most of our Pokemon and we don't really have many resistances available to us.
So with all that said, I give this one a difficulty rating of 6 Puccinas out of 10.
We have an opponent, finally. It took a while. Tricky team. A bunch of good stuffs. Very popular Pokemon in this meta. 3 of the Pokemon that I mentioned in the breakdown that I'm worried about in those bottom 3, and a fast electric type in Raikou as well. This is going to be tough, let me tell you. So, what do we do here? I want to get Trick Room up, Tailwind up, but then what do I want from there? I could really do a fighting type move actually, to deal with that Tyranitar. God, this is a tough one. We're going to go with this, but we can't beat Tyranitar, I don't think. That needs to change. So Hitmontop Raikou Leaf for my opponent, but yeah, I can't see us beating this one. Okay, so of course it's going to be the old double protect on the first turn. No Intimidate from my opponent either, which means it's Technician Hitmontop. Fake out plus probably Thunderbolt. Discharge. They actually discharge and hit on top. Okay. Interesting. So we're going for it. We're going for the Tailwind and we're going for the Night Slash. No, 50% chance for a crit. See my opponent switch out. Probably into Garchomp. Of course, to soak up that discharge. That was the crit, but it wasn't enough. And Honchkrow sticks around somehow. Unfortunately, we get paralyzed on Murkrow. I expect the Raikou to protect if they have it, but you never know. So we're going to make this play. Let's actually switch the Raikou out into Hitmontop again. Oh, it's paralyzed. Ugh. So if that's really unfortunate, because if that's not Sash Garchomp, then we would have got the knockout there. But we've lost Honchkrow. We're staring down Hitmontop now, which can fake us out as well. So it's going to be a double protect, of course. My opponent may have Feint. Switch the Garchomp out into Scizor. Okay. So there is a way for us to win this, but it's not going to be easy, to say the least. We don't need Tailwind from now on, so we can be done with that. We're gonna be knocked out on Murkrow before Scizor bullet punches us, unfortunately. The paralysis really being the difference here. They go for a helping hand. No bullet punch. Okay. So they must be targeting down the Drapion with an X-Scissor then. No, we are still faster. Oh, we hang on. And we get the Fire Fang. That's the end of Scizor. Okay. Okay. So this ain't over yet. In comes Raikou again. Ugh, we do need the Tailwind. We do. We need it desperately. What do I target here though? I don't think we can knock out the Hitmontop in one hit. This is our play. So they do switch the Hitmontop out. I was hoping they would, because they want to discharge again. We've got to hope we pull through this paralysis. We do. And that's the end of Raikou as well. So there's light at the end of the tunnel, but these are the worst kind of games because just when you think you can't win, it looks like you might, and then the rug gets pulled out from underneath you. Oh, we are in a good spot though at the moment. We're just going to double protect up again, of course. Now would be a terrible time for, oh, we actually get paralysed. Now would be a terrible time for my opponent to reveal Feint. Swords Dance, okay. I kind of wish they'd knocked out Murkrow there so we could get Weavile in, but it's not to be. We're going to go for it. I think a Mach Punch probably will knock out Drapion from here. It would be close because of the bulk, the physical bulk on Drapion. I mean, you've really seen it. Take that Helping Hand Bullet Punch. Is this enough? It is enough. Okay. So we've got 2 bites of the cherry with Weavile. Because its Focus Sash is still intact. We've got rid of the Hitmontop, and I'm sure it had Mach Punch. I mean, if they're running Technician, it's gonna have Mach Punch. 2 bites of the cherry. I'm not gonna, yeah, no, I am gonna fake out. Of course I'm gonna fake out. There's no reason not to. So we'll go for the fake out and knock off, which will seal the deal, unless they protect. We did it. I did not think it was possible. It's pretty much the worst possible matchup we were going into. You could see I was not confident in that team preview. I thought, oh, no, this is not going to work. We did it. We got the win. GG to my opponent. Yeah, there we go. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed this new series, or the first episode of the new series. We'll see how it goes going forward. And yeah, hope to see you in the next one.